about, and I'm honestly nerding out about this conversation. It's been a great interview, and would love to have you back at some point in the future.
Anytime, my brother. I love this. I love talking about all this stuff.
Yeah, and honestly, this is why we designed it. Let me be a little behind baseball, because we don't get to say this that often. We designed this for dads, because we're all dads, and we are nerds, right? And we are into all different things, different walks of work and education and levels of how we've raised our kids. Because I've got 2 graduating teenagers where Joe's right at the preteen level, where Kurt's a granddad. And that's what we want to do, is give people a different way of talking about their life with their families that they don't normally get to. Because I'm sure most of your interviews are like, tell me about what this anime means, or this book, or that. And you are who you are, and everything plays into it. So we love having these conversations. Joe, you are first on the list. What are you nerding out about tonight?
Yeah, so with my older 2 boys, we have been watching Dr. Stone. For those who are unfamiliar with Dr. Stone, actually, you know what? We haven't played the Guess What That Anime's About in a long time. So...
Oh wait,
should
Dr.
we
Stone
do that?
is an anime?
It is.
Okay,
Yeah,
good. I thought
right.
for some reason you went off the rails.
No. All right, Kurt. So Hotep, have you seen Dr. Stone, Hotep?
No, I'm not familiar.
Okay. So how we play this game is, if we've never seen it, which usually Joe and I have talked about it, so I can't play. I know what it's about. But he gives a title, which in this case is Dr. Stone, and you make up what this anime is about. So Kurt, you've played it before. Show Hotep how we play.
Okay, Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone is an archaeologist who was digging in deep Egypt when he came upon a mystical gem that turned his entire body into stone and threw him into the world of pebbles, where now he fights his way out by taking on all the different gemstones that are now villains.
I like. Very good. Very good.
What do you think, Hotep? What's Dr. Stone about?
Wow. Okay. Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone is a story about a doctor whose heart has turned to stone because of past experiences as a young person, and so his heart is made out of stone, and he's just a hardened individual, and is trying to find his way to trying to find a way to soften up his life. That's all I got right now.
I like that take, though. I like that take. That's a nice little twist on it.
Thank you.
It's actually like Baymax, but it's a golem and he's a doctor, right? No. Dr. Stone is an anime where the entire world is hit with this green ray that turns everyone to stone.
Okay, all right.
There you go.
All right.
Hey.
Getting close.
And so the main character sits there and counts the seconds that he's been in stone. That way, he when he finally breaks out, he knows that it's been 3,000 however many number of years later. And so his goal, he was a teenage science prodigy, and his goal is to restore humanity back to scientific achievements, and to get everyone out of their stone imprisonment. And so yeah, it's a lot of fun. All the different scientific advancements that he brings back, they don't go into like complete details, but they give a overarching, this is how we're accomplishing this type of thing. And there's a little disclaimer at the very end that basically says, look, although you could do this, please don't, to most of the stuff that they do. And it's a ton of fun. It swears more than I remembered it swearing, but maybe that's because I watched it the Japanese with the subtitles first, and my boys are watching it dubbed. And then when people break out of they're stone, you do see a lot more butts than I remember seeing as well. But it's been a lot of fun. My older boys are really liking it. Yeah.
What? Is he a doctor?
No.
No. All right.
No, they make a few references to Dr. Stone a couple of different times. The first reference is to soap. Soap being a doctor in the Stone Age because it helps protect you from germs. And so they don't have real doctors, so soap is the closest thing to preventing illness that they have at the beginning. So he calls it Dr. Stone, but they call a couple other things Dr. Stone along the way as well.
I'm a little angry.
I mean,
man.
if we had to guess what Black Lion and Cubs was about as an anime, I think we get it from the title. We figured that out. But Joe picks all these animes that have nothing to do with the title.
Except the really long ones that basically tell you the whole thing.
I drifted, fell down a hole, and landed in an alternate universe, and won the heart of the girl.
Yep, the elevator pitch is the name of the anime.
Yeah.
The other thing that I have been nerding out about this week is
I'm sorry. I thought you meant there was an anime called The Elevator Pitch. Like, I'm going to watch that one. I got you. All right, what else you got?
So last week we had Olivia Dunkley on, and she mentioned a lot of different behind-the-scenes stories of the holiday movie that she had done, A Holiday Boyfriend. And so my wife and I decided to watch that this past week, and it was definitely cheesy, but I liked it. She represented it well, saying that it was like a Hallmark style movie, and yeah, it was enjoyable. I enjoyed it. I liked it.
All right. I noticed that your wife couldn't be bothered to show up and chat on that tonight. But that's okay.
She went to a cookie exchange tonight,
Didn't ask.
but I told you anyway.
Didn't I got my oldest son talking about violent, not appropriate for kids anime. I got my oldest son a little while back to start watching Solo Leveling, which is by far my favorite anime of all time currently. Now, Hotep, I got into anime last year, Joe, maybe because
a couple years ago, yeah,
maybe a couple of years ago. Yeah. So as a over 40-year-old man, I discovered, okay, I'll try these storytelling shows. And so last year or earlier this year, whatever, I discovered Solo Leveling and just loved every bit of it. So I kept telling him about it. He started it, and he would only watch like an episode. Like, come on, man, you got to catch up. But he ended up loving it, and he's 19, so it's appropriate for him. And so as a now thing to do with these really popular animes, to get them more popular in the U.S., I'm presuming, they take a cut of the first season or the last episode, depending on their specific style of the previous season, and then put it together with the first episode of the next season and release it to movie theaters. And I got to go see Demon Slayer, the one behind me here. Got to go see Demon Slayer like that this year when they launched the new season with my daughter. And so when I saw Solo Leveling coming, I was like, oh, I got to see this. I never watch anything really more than once. It's rare. It's rare. But I did a rewatch, of course, on this to get ready for the movie, and loved it. Just forgot parts. It just loved everything. Yes, I kind of do, Random Kid. I do like ultra-violent anime. It is, and it's my thing. I don't know what to say.
I misread that as ultraviolet for a second.
Violent. Hey, that used to be a great site that sold out to Fandango, I think, or Voodoo. I don't remember. Anyway, so I told him, I was like, hey, I know you're busy with work and your girlfriend and life and stuff. Did you finish it? He's like, oh, yeah, I finished it. Like, then why didn't you come talk to me about it? I want to have Joe to talk about it with. I want to talk to people about it. But I said, hey, it's coming to theaters. He's like, yeah, let's go. So we went Tuesday night. And I tried to tell him ahead of time it's going to be some version of a part of the last episode or the season so that you're caught up. You don't have to do a rewatch. And then they'll give you new material. I guess he didn't believe me because I don't know how long the runtime is, but we are 3/4 of the way through the first season because they cut the real important parts, and it's not just the action scenes; it's little things that really the creators said mattered to the story. It reminded me of some things I'd missed even in the second watch through. I'm like, oh, like I told you, Joe, they did a shot, and it was kind of odd because it's not an overly sexualized. It's not even a sexualized at all anime, actually. But there's this weird kind of crotch shot of him, and it was over. I was like, what's going on? And it was the first time he got really, really angry and survival mode. And it was really just, I don't know why it cut the way it cut, but it was just showing, hey, wait a minute, on the big screen, I see something more to the scene that I didn't notice when I watched on my phone or on my computer or whatever. And it's when he gets that super dark energy, he physically grows. Now, we see it later, like after the dungeon, after whatever, you see his look has changed or his haircut's changed or whatever, but you never quite catch it in the moment. They were illustrating there's something deeper going on here. It's like, okay, you're catching these. So we're about 3/4 of the way through the first season, and my son leans over and goes like, so are they just showing the first season? Or I was like, no, just wait, man, just wait. And sure enough, we get to it, and then they do season 2. That's all I can say. They really highlighted the best parts of the first season, and you really, even if you never saw it, you understand what's important about this character. And you go into season 2 and watch it on the big screen with the laser. Not every theater has a laser projector, but these do, and it is very sharp and well animated and just glorious. Well worth going to see if you're a fan of solo leveling.
Well, and the anime has been crazy faithful to the source material, and so fans of the source material are just loving it.
Yeah, and Random Kid has a great point. Anime angles are ... interesting. And yeah, I mean, they could have shown anything anyway. It was, and then they just took it to a whole nother level in the second one, and the first episode of the second season. So good. And then Joe brought me a Christmas present tonight, and he wasted it on the pre-show, but I'm going to enact it a little bit here. Joe says, Kurt, out of nowhere, he goes, hey, did you know that Wise and Nerdy has an IMDb page? I'm like, don't set me up for a bad dad joke. No, I'm not. I mean, I was just talking about in the pre-show about being disappointed in the holidays and not getting my hopes up, and I Google it, or I look it up. Sure enough, Wise and Nerdy has an IMDb page, and we're linked to our friend Garrett Wan and Sean Weiland, who is an actor and a game developer, and Olivia Dunkley, I think, is now linked to us there. And it's really cool. And then on top of that, Kurt.
Yeah.
I have my own IMDb page. It lists Wise and Nerdy and the Rock Out of Podcasting series that I did back in 2016. Not anything else. Not the shows that we did, sir, with from the helicarrier.
Right.
I don't know why, because my name was on all of them. But it grabbed Rock Out of Podcasting and it grabbed Wise and Nerdy. And I am going to do whatever I have to really put my bio up and get my picture up and see if I can link to my director friends and everything else. And that was...
Yeah, so I'm actually okay. Good. I'm listed on the cast.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it now. I am in IMDb as well with some video game credits.
Yeah.
So
really cool.
Oh yeah, and you click on my name, it's there. Yeah. All right. Good. Yeah. Weird.
And so now we're going to go and tool and connect and do, but that's so much fun. And thank you. I mean, Hotep gave us a little round of applause. But it's so... I since the day that stupid site was invented, I go there for everything, movie news and look at that stuff, and it was just so much fun. It was so much fun.
You should go through and add some of your extras credits.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're not actually credited.
Yeah,
It'd be like uncredited role.
I should be uncredited in Echo and uncredited in Sleepy Hollow, and all the little extra bits that I did. So before we jump to Kirk, because Kirk's got some big ones. Hotep, you said you didn't need bullet points. So what are you nerding out about right now, sir?
Oh, man. So 2 things. One is a video game that I created that I'm set to launch in about 2 weeks, right before the end of the year. Very excited about it. Have some animation to support it as well for the marketing, and I'm so excited about it that I actually started the development of part 2. So I have the follow up to it.
Oh, nice.
So it kind of When you see it, it'll remind you of Smash TV. It's one of those player games, Smash
Okay.
TV. But the storyline is more like a Mega Man storyline. Robots and how getting out of control and such. So I'm excited about that. I can't talk much about it until I release it. But I have 1 and 2. 2 is already almost done as well.
Can you share the title so everybody can know what to look for?
It's called Danger Chamber.
Okay.
Danger Chamber, yeah. So Danger Chamber will be ready soon, and then this earlier today, I got a figurine, the first mock-up of a figurine I was working on for a character that I think is gonna, like I said, that's probably gonna be one of my more popular characters from the universe. But the character's name is Super Awesome, and this is him right here.
Awesome.
And this is a follow-up to the first one.
Super Awesome.
That's right. His name is Super Awesome, and it's a long story. But this is the first one. If you can see there, that was the first one. And then I had this second one made. It's a different position, and I have a third. So I'm just testing things out to see, what I like and what I think the audience will like as well. So I'm having fun, man. Just nerding out at the fact that I have these figurines here as well.
I get it. It's something that you imagined, and sometimes you even saw it on paper, but now you're holding it in real life. That is cool.
Yes, sir.
That is really nifty. Now I noticed Kurt. See, that would normally be a nice transition into Kurt doing 3D printing, but that's not what you're nerding out about tonight.
No,
For the first time in forever.
I know, and I'm doing plenty of 3D printing. I just got in a new shipment of filament, and I have a problem.
I feel you, Kurt. I feel you, my brother. I tell people I'm addicted to creating, man. It's an addiction for me.
Yeah. So in fact, I finished up a little thing for DevoSite today. And so I'll be shipping that out, in a little while. This week it's all about a couple of video games. One is Ballionaire, which sounds really crazy, but it's a pachinko roguelike. And I know, it sounds insane. But it's available for $10 on Steam. And good luck putting it down. And it's got that same Balatro hook where you just keep playing. So there's that. But also, man, a game that is way better than it has a right to be, Pokémon TCG Pocket, the mobile version of the trading card game. It is good. It's just good. Fast games, but the best part about it isn't the playing the game part. It's the collecting the cards, ripping the packs, finding the chase cards. It's made millions and millions of dollars since it was released. Just
man.
And it doesn't even poke you a whole lot for buying coins and things like that.
So you can just play and not be
That's
bothered.
right.
just play.
That's because their target audience is kids. So instead of poking you, they Pokemon.
And then I would say check both of them out. They're awesome. But I am gonna kind of hijack things and say that one of the things that I did want to talk about was yesterday. My son, my 31-year-old son, who was resistant forever, got his driver's license.
Holy cow! Good job. Well done.
And I took the day off just to spend with him, take him down to the DMV. He passed the test. I basically said, look, I'm going to take him out for a beer after the test. It could be a good beer or it could be a bad beer. And it was a good beer.
Was this the learner's permit test, or he's got his license?
No, he has his license.
All right.
And Hotep, just to put things into perspective, my son has 2 jobs. works full time, about an hour away from us. He Ubers to work every day.
An hour one way?
Yeah, yes.
That would be so expensive.
I mean, you live in New Hampshire. Take the dog sled.
It costs him $75 to $100 depending on the day. Each day.
Each way.
No, not each way.
Oh,
not
each
way.
day?
No, each day.
But
each
still.
day. That's a lot, right? I said,
yeah.
you can buy a really good car. And please don't, because you don't know how to drive that well yet. but you could have a good car payment and still save money.
Yeah.
I mean, $75 a day. I mean, I did 365, so he's not working all of those days. But still,
right.
That's close to $30,000 a year that he's spending on Uber.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he can still pay all his bills. So he's making a good living. It's just he's throwing bad money after good at this point. So that there's a lot of upside there. And what was really cool is yesterday I was out washing the car with my son, and he said, "Dad, why can't you just use a sponge like a normal guy?"
Nope. Nope, I see it coming.
Got him.
I see it coming.
You
mushrooms
took it
like
off.
a fun guy.
You took it off too late.
Yeah,
you had already heard it.
You know what? We got two things to say. One, Kurt now has his own named anime game. It's named, he names this weird name for a game he just tried out. We got to guess what the game's about. Because Ballionaire, Balatro, we'll never get there, Kurt. And two, I like Kurt is the roguelike daddy. So that's been the show tonight. Thank you, Hotep, for being on. Everybody go to Black Lion, that's Lion, blacklionandcubs.com. We'll see all you lovely daddies out here next time.
Peace.